Hey y'all, welcome back to Homemade Simple. If we've not met before, I'm Lori. I'm so glad you're here today. I have an exciting video for you this week. We are hosting a huge 4th on the Farm party this weekend. I thought it would be really fun for me to take you along while I get my home and my family prepared for this big event. We'll probably have about 60 people at the house, and that is a little bit overwhelming, but I thought it might be helpful for us to talk through some of the reasons why we might be overwhelmed and worried whenever we are having a large gathering or anyone over to our home, and maybe talk through some ways that we can avoid feeling that way and have a really good game plan to get our home ready for any kind of gathering. I came out here to do my introduction video and I saw that a little bitty baby goat needed rescued. So I'm gonna go and do that, and then we'll get busy with our planning. What is wrong? Why do you always do this? Why are you always getting your head stuck? Now, don't do that anymore. I can see that one thing I need to do is clean out the goat pen. They escape. Every time I open the gate, they get out. And so I try not to open the gate very much. And sometimes things just get thrown in there, either because I'm in a hurry or because I'm doing things the easy way. And that's one thing that I need to add to the list. But I also have something else I wanted to show you. Since this is a 4th on the Farm video, I have a little farm surprise. Hello, Mama. Hello. We had baby chicks hatch out this weekend. So sweet. Okay, we'll come and check on you later. Bye-bye, babies. While I'm out here, I could just give you a little garden tour. My garden is really small this year. I wanted to build another couple of these raised beds, but we didn't get around to it, and that's okay. Mainly I've just got tomatoes planted, and my zinnias are finally popping out. Some of my favorites. Got some basil. I think this is mint. I can't remember. Somebody in the comments reminded me what this was. This is a choke cherry. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. It's taking up a lot of space, but I guess I'll just leave it and maybe make some jelly. Maybe y'all know what to do with choke cherries. I finally got my pepper plants. I also planted some seeds, and I think that's them right there growing. Really, the rest are just the tomatoes. I have a little garden on the porch I can share with you. My squash plants are starting to bloom, which is really exciting. Our corn is growing. This is my corn in a container experiment. You want to eat corn? Yeah. Okay. Are you ready to go to Nanny's? Yeah. Lane's gonna spend the day with my mom today while I get some things accomplished, and they get to enjoy their weekly visit today. We're about to head over to my mom's house, and then I'm gonna get busy. Hey, where are we? We're at Nanny's.
Mama, he's sleepy.
Yeah, he said he wanted to go to sleep.
You can go to sleep, my little angel. You can do whatever you want to. You're at Nana's house. Yay, I am so excited to see you.
Okay, here you go.
You want me to carry it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll carry it for you. It's pretty heavy. Pecan tree. You put a pecan in one.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Mommy.
Okay, I've got Lane dropped off, so I know that they will have a good time together. Now I'm gonna head home and make a good exhaustive list of all the things that need to be done, and then I can just go through my list, try to check things off, and be productive without feeling overwhelmed. I would love to hear all of your ideas about staying content and confident in your homemaking without feeling like you have too much to do or you feel overwhelmed. I know that y'all have a lot of strategies for staying on top of things and not feeling like you are always behind. I need all of the help that you can give me in that area, and I would love to hear all of your suggestions. So be sure to leave those down below in the comments, and whenever I get home, I will pick back up with y'all while I'm making my list. To make a good detailed list of all of the things, the major big things that I need to get done this week while I'm preparing the house for our company. And I'm now going to take that list and try to divide it into the days of the week that I have to work on these things. Thursday is a holiday, it's the 4th of July, so I don't really have that day, so I'm not really going to schedule a lot of things on that day. Maybe I'll go and buy our food on that day. I believe that Aldi and Costco will still be open, so I can still do that and incorporate some other family activities along with that project that I'll get done on that day. But then I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday to really get most of everything done. And then on Saturday, we'll be able to have the last couple of things to tie up loose ends. And I think that because we're starting so early in the week, I will have plenty of time to get everything accomplished. We do have a really big project to do outside. Our porch has to be redone, at least half of it. We found some rot on the bottom of our porch, and so that is a major undertaking that we have to get done before Saturday. That's going to be our major focus in the evenings, and then during the days I will be able to work on all of the other things that I have to do on my list. I'm going to take some of the outside work and do that today. While Lane is not here, while he's at my mom's, I'm going to do things like painting my coffee table. That's something that has needed to be done for a really long time. I've been putting it off. This is a really good week for me to do it. It's warm, it's not raining outside. I think it will be a good day for me to tackle that project. And then also, I have a lot of plants that I need to have planted in my planters. The front yard is not as beautiful as I would like for it to be. I haven't spent a lot of time or money planting flowers in my flower bed, so the landscaping is really minimal. But when I was at Lowe's the other day, I found several pretty flowers that were on the clearance rack, so I got them to fill my planters. I'm going to take care of that today, or at least try to. And then another really big outside project is to clean the back porch. The back porch is sort of like Lane's playroom, and although I intended for his sand to stay in the sandbox, it has sort of escaped the sandbox and ended up on the ground and on the table. I'm just gonna have to take a lot of time and reset the back porch, so I'm gonna do that today as well, and then I will try to stay on top of him not making such a mess with the sand. So those are like the three main things I want to get done today. I think that it's really helpful if we can just sort of set aside a certain amount of tasks to do each day and not overwhelm ourselves with 18 things on our to-do list. Obviously, we're always going to have things like dishes and laundry and sweeping up the floor. Those kinds of things are everyday things that have to be done on a repeated basis. So those are going to be on the to-do list every day. But as far as extra things, in order for us to keep from getting overwhelmed or feeling like we just really cannot get things accomplished. I think it's really good for us to minimize the amount of extra bigger activities that we have to do each day. And that's why I think starting a good bit ahead of your scheduled activity or event is really a good way to keep your stress level down and to keep from feeling overwhelmed. So I'm going to write those 3 things, as well as the other mundane everyday tasks that I have to get done today, down on my to-do list, and then I'm going to start really getting at it. Bit embarrassed to show y'all this back porch, but we try to keep it real here, so here goes nothing. This is what happens when you sort of have a feral 3-year-old that just comes out and does his own thing, and he's not making a mess inside, so you think it's fine. So I'm gonna try to clean up this wreck of a back porch. This is a really good spot for some of our company to just sit and enjoy the weather without it being scorching hot. We're having our party at the end of the day, so some of the heat will have dissipated a little bit. We've got a fan out here. It's covered, so it's not so hot. It's really a nice spot on our property, but right now, if people were to come out here, they would not even have a place to sit, so I better get busy. Okay, I look a little worse for wear, but the back porch is done, and it's not perfect, but it's definitely more hospitable and ready for some company. This actually is one of my favorite places, and so anytime I get it cleaned up and nice, I love to come out in the mornings and sit. It stresses me out if it's dirty, so I don't come out here in the mornings if it's messy, but tomorrow morning I will for sure have my cup of coffee and my quiet time right here in my favorite spot. Okay, now I'm going to go cool off, get me some water, and then I think I'm going to start sanding my coffee table so I can get it painted before it gets dark. Okay, I've got it prepped. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for this piece of furniture. I always, when I go to Home Depot or Lowe's, I look at their mistake paint. And I got this one for 50 cents. And I had already thought I would like to do it in a blue color. So I think what I'm going to do is paint the surface this blue color. And then this wire, I'm going to try to find some gold and paint that and the little knobs golden. So I think that's gonna turn out cute. We're gonna go and pick up our lumber for our porch project. So I've run out of time to work on this today. I will get back at it in the morning and maybe I'll be a little less hot and a little more rested. Finished painting the coffee table last night. I decided since Lane wasn't here, it was a really good time, even though it was late and I was tired, it was a really good time for me to finish it up. I'm really happy with how it looked. It actually ended up only costing $2 for me to refinish this. I'm really glad the way it turned out. It's going to be good and dry by the time Lane gets home. I think yesterday I said that I have sort of decided the reason that I can't get things done is because it's really difficult to be extra productive when you have young children. Maybe it's the animals, because these chicks, I keep hearing when I'm coming out to enjoy my beautiful back porch that is nice and clean, I keep hearing a baby chick. I know it's here somewhere and I can't find it. It gets quiet every time I come out here to find it. So I'm going to try one more time before we go. Today, I've decided I'm going to go and get some groceries. Go ahead and get the food for our party. We're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs. Then I'm going to, when I come home, I'm going to plant my plants that I had gotten for my 4 planters in the front yard. And I'm going to try to clean my cabinets. My cabinets are so bad. I guess when you use your kitchen, that's just what happens. But that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to head and pick up Lane. Kelsey's going to go with me. I know we're going to go to Aldi. We may go to Sam's or Costco also. I'm going to try to find this chick. I don't have much time. And then we're going to head on. I decided to come on to Sam's. I'm going to get like some hamburger here. Maybe the hot dogs I'll get here too. And I don't know if I'm gonna get like the hamburger and hot dog buns here or at the bakery thrift store. Do y'all have a bakery thrift store? Sometimes it's a really great find and sometimes it's really expensive. But I'm at least gonna get a few things here. Other people are gonna bring like the side dishes, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Just the meat, hamburger and hot dogs. We're gonna get some lunch while we're here. And then pick this stuff up, head to Aldi, and then run home and try to check some things off of my to-do list. Inside Sam's, the real cheapskate in me came out big time, and I saw that the throwaway box of spoons and forks was the same cost as these reusable forks and knives and spoons. So I ended up buying the reusable ones, hoping that I can get more use for my money. And then when I went over to the meat department, I did not remember these big things of hamburger meat were over $50 a piece. Well, that is not happening. That's definitely not in my budget. So I'm hoping that Aldi can come through and make this a little more affordable. Okay, I have gotten all of our grocery shopping done, at least for several days and for the party. And now it's time to do some hot and not very much fun work on the porch. I think I told y'all a little bit about the porch, but I don't think I really explained a lot of what was going on. Well, we've been noticing a little bit of sponginess on our porch, and so Chris sort of dug into it literally and found that there were some pieces of wood that, even though it was ground contact wood when we built the house, was too close to the dirt, and so it had started rotting. We've now torn the bad part out, and We are trying to get the dirt out. That's the project for today. We have the wood to replace it with in the back of the truck. Lane is playing in the water, and Chris is working on the tractor. So I have some feed to unload. We went by the feed store today. I've got to unload some feed, and then I have to go and feed the neighbor's chickens. And by the time I get done with that, Chris will probably be done with the tractor, and we can start working on getting the dirt out of the porch. So as far as the week goes, I think we're doing good on getting everything done. I got the food bought today. That was big. I got the feed purchased today. I needed to do that. I've gotten all of the game supplies for our 4th on the Farm party. I've got all of those, I think, bought and ready to use. So today I'm still gonna try to plant the flowers in the planters, and also I'm gonna try to clean the cabinets. Maybe I can give that job to one of the girls and they would help me with that. I want to try to stay on task and on schedule so I'm not overwhelmed Saturday morning, but you know, sometimes that just happens. So tomorrow I've got to film another video, so that's going to take a good bit of time, and hopefully I will still be able to maintain my schedule and get everything done without feeling like I'm getting way behind. So anyway, it's just part of being a homemaker. You always have things going on. You always have things to do. It's like a repetitive cycle. And then sometimes life just dumps a whole lot of to-dos on you at one time. That's sort of what I'm trying to do in this video, is encourage you during those times to know that it's okay. Everything is going to work out. You're going to get it all done, and sometimes it might not end up exactly the way you hoped for it to, or that you thought it would be, in the back of your mind whenever you made the plans originally. But it's going to be a fun day anyway, and it's going to be exciting and enjoyable to spend the day with our friends and family. So I just have to keep the end in mind whenever I'm working on a big project like this for the house, that sometimes things are not all going to get done. I think I've said something about this before, but I don't really want to be inviting people to my house that I feel are going to come in and sort of judge my homemaking skills and my housekeeping duties. I don't feel comfortable with that, and so most of the people that are coming would not notice if my cabinets were clean or not. So that's sort of, if I keep that in the forefront of my mind, that will help me to remember that the end goal is to be hospitable and to enjoy my... Oh no, it got on your head. Is to enjoy the time with my friends and family, and have an opportunity for my family to enjoy inviting other people over. So anyway, I can't even remember what I was saying because I got distracted. But anyway, I just, that's sort of why I wanted to do this video, just to encourage you a little bit, not to be discouraged, not to feel overwhelmed about things, but to just take them a little chunk at a time. And if you can do that, it's going to be a more enjoyable process, and you won't be dead tired and not be able to enjoy the event that you're planning and putting so much effort into. So I'm gonna have to probably rewatch this for myself, motivation for myself, to remember to keep in focus what's really important. And until then, I'm just gonna try to keep marking the stuff off of the list as I go. And right now I have several pressing things that need to be done, so I will stop talking and start working. This morning I had told you I knew I was hearing a chick and I could not find it for anything. I went to check the other nest to see how many chicks had hatched before I did the other things that I was supposed to be doing. This is why I said I can't ever get anything done, because of the animals. I sort of get distracted and sidetracked. Anyway, this one was trying to get in the pen with the other ones, but then the mama, I could tell the mama wasn't going to take care of her, so I'm going to bring her back to her home. I hope I got that on video, her trying to attack me for doing a good thing and bringing her baby back to her. When people talk about mama bears, I don't know about mama bears, I don't have one, but I do know that mama hens do not play about their babies. Well, that didn't go as planned. I did not get my flowers planted, and I have not cleaned the cabinets, but I can still do that this evening. I am in the middle of a disastrous kitchen, but that is something for another day and another video. I'm gonna make our supper. We're gonna have barbecue chicken nachos this evening. That's really quick and easy. The chicken's already made. I just have to chop up some vegetables, and then we'll be ready to eat, sort of relax and rest, and really get on top of everything tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna plan on shooting my other video, which is gonna be very quick. That's the video that you've watched last week, my budget video, and then I will get myself busy and ready to get all of the rest of the things done that I can do tomorrow. So again, I'm not gonna fret, not gonna worry about it. Things are not gonna go like I expect them to or plan for them to, and if the house is not perfect, then it's really still gonna be okay. So I'm gonna get our food on the table and enjoy a restful evening, and then get back at it tomorrow. It's Wednesday morning. I have taken care of the animals, done those chores. Lane and Kendall are going to the zoo today, so Lane is taken care of for the day. I've gotten his lunch packed, and he's moved on to go to have some fun with Kendall and a friend. And this is my project this morning. I'm going to try to plant these flowers in my pots. I also am going to try to clean up the yard some today, because I was looking and it just looks like a total disaster. Like does your yard ever get to the place where it's just like stuff is like has blown around and the yard just does not look presentable anymore? That's sort of where we are right now. I need to do a little bit of maintenance picking up and try to make everything look a little better whenever people drive up to the house. I'm not stressed out today. Last night I did feel a little overwhelmed or a little bit of stress sort of creeping in, because I realized that we only had a few days left, and I sort of was in my mind calculating all the things that I still had to do. That's just gonna happen sometimes, but I tried to remind myself that it was gonna be okay, that it wasn't going to be the end of the world if things weren't done. I know I've already said that before, but just to reiterate, it's really important to keep a positive mindset and not allow yourself to get so overwhelmed by the things that need to be done that you don't enjoy your day-to-day living and also that you become somebody that sort of snaps at the other people in your family. You don't want to do that, because that's going to damage relationships. So I try really hard to not allow the stress that comes with homemaking to overwhelm me to a point where I feel so upset or stressed about it that I start lashing out. If I ever notice that I'm doing that, I try to allow that to be my trigger to just sit down and think about what really needs to be done, prioritize getting my hands in the dirt, getting flowers planted, being outside. All of those things are sort of my happy zone. And so if I was stressed yesterday, this will sort of tend to lower my stress level and help me to better be ready for the day, to get things done and not be so stressed out by the end of the evening. So I'm feeling good about our progress. I know we could be further along, but we're not. This is reality. This is where we are. And so I'm just gonna plug along, get these flowers planted, work a little bit in the garden, and then see what else we can get done the rest of the day. Filming this week's video, which you will have seen last week if you watched it. I try to keep this channel completely real life. Look at my shirt. This is not water, this is sweat. It is so hot and humid out here, and Chris and I were sitting and talking about what we needed to do, so we decided that we would move Winnie to another little spot. So she's right here close to the house, and she was really hot. Obviously we all are. And so I was spraying a little bit of water on her, and that's what made me sweaty. I had to hunt down another little chick. These chicks, for them to have a mama, they sure are causing me a lot of trouble. And then I helped Chris a little bit. I helped him move Winnie's pen and wet her down with the hose, and my hair is soaking wet from sweat. My shirt is soaking wet from sweat. My face is dripping in sweat. It is so hot out here. And anyway, I got done with my video. I hope you enjoyed that video. It was sort of just a sit down and talk about our budget, because I didn't really feel like I had a lot of time to put in a lot of editing time this week, because I've got so much going on with the party coming up. So I hope that you are okay with that kind of content. I'm very open to all of your suggestions, so make sure you let me know your ideas and feelings about last week's video down in the comments. Also about this week's video. Do you like a longer video? Do you like a lifestyle vlog type of video intermixed with a homemaking encouragement? Or would you prefer it to just be all recipes? I'm curious to know what y'all like the best, and I'm trying to tailor the channel to what most people would enjoy, so I would love to hear about that. But I really enjoy just doing these kind of vlog videos. I feel like they allow me to interact with y'all and share more of my real life family story with you, and that's the kind of channel that I like to watch. So very interested in what you have to say about that. But now I'm gonna go in, do a little bit of housework while Chris is working on the porch, and then church is tonight, so we've got a full evening. So I'm gonna go inside and get started on some chores that need to be done and see what other kind of trouble I can get into. What you up to today?
Hey, good morning. Well, had a little rot here on this post, so I'm cutting out the rotten stuff and getting ready to replace it.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a porch there where the dog is sitting. So this is your 4th of July project, right?
Yes, happy 4th.
I have a lot of work to do inside. I want to try to help him, but I'm gonna go hit the house really hard for about 30 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna come out and help him. Progress today. It is really looking a lot better. So we have gotten ready. Now we are going to Tuscaloosa to watch fireworks. We're going to get some dinner beforehand, and we're at a point in Lane's life where he understands about 4th of July fireworks and that kind of stuff. So I'm excited for him to be able to enjoy it. If this was 3 years ago, he would not have liked it at all, so he's really excited. And let me see who do you have on your shirt? Mickey Mouse? Yeah. Okay, let's go. You ready? Yeah. You want to go see some fireworks? Yeah. Yes, ma'am? Yeah, yes, ma'am. Okay, good. Let's go. What are you gonna do?
This.
What is it called?
No. Football.
Oh, you're gonna play football?
Yeah.
Let me see. Are you good at football?
Yeah.
You gonna throw it far?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way I can keep them off you.
Hold on, let's get out the way.
Get it. Good job. Can Daddy throw it?
Yay, Daddy! Go, throw it,
Come on, your
Lane.
turn.
Good job.
Stand over on this side. There we go. Ready? We try and do it by yourself.
Okay, you on camera, so you gotta get it. Okay. You want to do it? Okay, you got one more time.
Last time.
Wait a minute. Last time.
And may God bless this great nation, the United States of America. God bless you, Tuscaloosa.
Well, it's Friday and we have actually gotten a good start on the day and on our to-do list. I have gotten my bedroom cleaned. I have taken care of the animals. I am now starting to sort of deeper clean the kitchen. You know how you want everything to look really nice and fresh in your kitchen when people come over. So that's sort of what I'm working on today. I have some help. Kendall is taking care of the cabinets that were actually, I think, on the to-do list at the very first of the week and have never gotten done yet. So she's handling that. We're gonna try to finish up the porch today. If it doesn't get finished this afternoon, it will definitely be done in the morning. We are really close, but now is about to begin like the tedious task of sort of piecing together all of the pieces of decking that we had to take up. Some of them have to be replaced, so it's just sort of going to be more tedious and less hard. I think all of the really hard work has been taken care of already, so that's really good because I think Chris and I both are really sore and tired. But then the porch has to get put back into place, so we've got to get that done today or tomorrow morning. And I'm feeling really good about where we are as far as the to-do list. So at this point in the process, it's really good that I'm not feeling overwhelmed or feeling like it's impossible to get everything done. I know that there's a lot of little things that still have to be done, and that's where we can sort of get caught up in like the tiny details can really stress us out sometimes. I am feeling like there's not going to be a problem, especially with all of the help that I have to get everything accomplished and finished and ready for our company. So I'm really happy about that. But I'm going to get back busy on cleaning the kitchen, and I will catch back with you this afternoon. Hoping that lunch makes me feel a little more energetic because I was dragging there at the end of our project this morning. So we're gonna head back out, and it's finally time for us to put the deck boards up. I'm really glad about that. Chris has been working really hard, and I've been working a little bit hard, but I've been working to the point where I am just so tired. I think it's the heat. It's got to be the heat. So I'm gonna go back outside, set up the camera, and maybe we can get a little more done. the day of our Fourth on the Farm get together, and I'm really excited about all of our people coming, but I don't know if y'all are like this. It's sort of like hectic all day until the party starts, and then you can finally relax because whatever is not done is not done, and there's nothing you can do about it. So today's going to be a busy day. I still have a long list of things to do. We have about 3 hours worth of work left on the porch. We've got a ton of stuff left on the inside to do, but I have 2 good helpers, and then I'll be able to put in a lot of work after we get done out here. And the porch still has to be rearranged. That is a huge mess. But this is life. If you sign up to have a big party, if you sign up to have people over, there's gonna be a little bit of extra effort involved in that, but I think the value of it, building friendships, and being able to use your home to share fun experiences with other people and making them feel comfortable, I think it's worth all of the effort. I'm going to get back to work straightening up the things that I can straighten up on the porch, and then when Chris gets back on it, I will help him a little too.
Mommy?
Let me see. Oh. He jumped on the rocks. Well, I've spent most of this morning cleaning up out here, trying to make it look a little more presentable. So, making some good progress. Still got a lot to do. The girls are working really hard inside. So, I think we're going to make it, but things are definitely not going to be perfect. Friend, and that I will be completely transparent with you. So I was outside trying to get some last minute things done, some some mulch put out, and some weeds picked, and it started torrentially raining. But at this point, there's literally nothing I could do about it, so I just kept working. I had a couple of extra flowers that Chris picked up this morning when he had to go and get the last load of lumber. He picked those up for me, so I planted them real quick in the pouring rain, and it just made me remember some things that I probably needed to go over. You're gonna get frustrated in this process. Maybe I'm sort of too high strung, and most people don't have this kind of situation, but if you're anything like me, I tend to, at the end, feel overwhelmed and stressed and frustrated because things are not getting done as quickly as I would like for them to. And it's very easy to sort of lash out, and it's very easy for me to find what other people aren't doing or fault in other people, and there really is no fault. It's everybody's working together and everybody's trying and willing to help. The problem really lies in me needing to be a better delegator and not expect people to sort of be able to read my mind and understand and know exactly what I needed them to do and when I need them to do it. So don't don't make that mistake. When you are feeling overwhelmed, just find some things that you can delegate to other people and then let them do the job the best that they can. Don't try to micromanage everything, and don't try to have everything perfect. If you're like me, you like for things to be, I mean, we don't live in a pristine house, but when people are coming over, I would like for the house to be presentable and nice and at its best. But that's not gonna happen. And I need to get to a place where I feel good about delegating tasks to other people and just letting them do that task to the best of their ability in the way that they feel is best, and then just be okay with whatever result. So, for example, if you have a young child and they can clean the sink, well, let them clean the sink without sort of going behind them and scraping something off that they missed. You know, your friends are not going to expect your sink to be spotless if you have a 3-year-old that lives in the house. So just be graceful with your family as this continues and progresses. And in the end, there won't be any kind of major blow up or frustration or anger that comes out, and everything is going to get done that needs to be done. And then the things that don't get done probably are not high priority things anyway. So if your windows don't get cleaned, that's sort of where I am. We cleaned the front door, and that's good enough. Nobody's even going to notice if the windows are clean or not, or at least I would say the majority of people wouldn't notice. So now the bad news about it raining is Chris still has to cut the grass, and I don't really know how he's going to do that, but maybe with the humidity everything will dry up pretty quick, the heat. I don't know, but I'm going to go and try to organize the porch now that the porch is complete, and we will finish up and clean up and be ready for our company in just about, I think it's 2 o'clock now, so just about 3 hours. Oh, well, we did it. It's all done. It's all done enough. So I just took a shower. That's why my hair is so yuck. I don't think I've ever done this before, but I thought since everything was finished and I had a little bit of extra time before I needed to start making the hamburgers, that I could just take you around on a tour of my house. I've shown you my house, but I don't think I've ever gone through and shown you the whole thing. But first I need to show you the porch. We've got a lot of chairs set up, but all of it is finished and complete. We used some old boards, some new boards. I sort of like the way it looks over here. That's sort of my style anyway, is sort of mixing things where it doesn't look uniform. But anyway, that is the porch. We didn't have to do anything to that side, but my flowers are looking really good, and I planted these new flowers today. So let's go in and see the house. We built our house about 7 or 8 years ago, and we had the idea that we wanted everything to be really open and good for when we had company, and for our family to just really feel like we were all together and connected all of the time. So we have one bedroom at the front, which was really built for my brother. My brother has special needs. I think you've met him once before maybe, but he's going to be featured in a future video pretty soon. So this bathroom and that first bedroom was really built in the house for him in particular. I didn't know Lane was coming along, so Lane is using that now. This is our laundry room, and also sort of just a activity craft room probably will be our homeschool room whenever Lane starts. Our kitchen is really open. I enjoy the layout of the kitchen. We tried to save money everywhere we could, and that's why we have wooden countertops and also why we have open shelves in the kitchen. We had some barn wood that we got from tearing down an old barn, and so Chris was able to use some of our countertop and some of the big boards from that barn to build us this big island, which I love. I don't have a built-in microwave right now over my stove, but that's in the works. Pretty soon we will have that. And maybe one day Chris will build me a homemade table. That's what I hope to get in here at some point. My bedroom is not decorated like I wish it was. It's nice and large and open. I want to take a little bit of time and resources and get my bedroom a little more cozy and decorated, but for now it is nice and comfortable for me and Chris and Lane whenever he comes and crawls in the bed with us. One of my favorite things about our house is that there's a lot of windows, a lot of doors, and the door from our bedroom goes out into our porch outside, which I've already mentioned before is one of my favorite places. I enjoy living here. There's obviously a lot of things that are not perfect, and always with a house you have to make some adjustments and corrections as you go along, but we really enjoy living here and it suits us just perfectly. And although I do love the inside of my house, I love the outside just as much. Well, that's a tour of the house. Upstairs is just really the girls' rooms and a bathroom. There's nothing really to see there. We are building a little family room up there where we're going to move our TV. I really appreciate all the help that I got this week, and I'm really thankful that Chris knows how to do things, because I know it would have been really expensive for us to outsource all of that work. But with doing things yourself, it is very taxing and tiring. So I will be very ready to go to bed tonight, but I'm very excited about spending the evening with my friends and family, and I hope that you are able to do that as well. Please, if you have any questions about homemaking tips or strategies, anything that you struggle with, I would love to hear those kinds of comments down below. And I know that I probably won't have a really good answer, but I know a lot of the viewers do have a lot of experience in being good homemakers and doing things the right way and doing things without being so overwhelmed and stressed during difficult times of being a wife and a mom. So please leave any kind of questions that you have down below, and I'm sure that someone will be able to give you the help and encouragement that you need. I'll go ahead and say thank you so much for watching this week. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you, and I will see you again next time.